I just got this in the mail. I'm not going to show you the front because then you'd get my address. I'm opening up my first ever Minerva sewing kit, the Megan Nielsen Rowan bodysuit and tee pattern. It comes in sizes 0 to 20, and you have a short sleeve, a 3/4 length sleeve, and a full long sleeve. You have a normal circle, like normal neck. You have a V-neck, and then you have a turtleneck, and then you can do both like the t-shirt, normal t-shirt length, or bodysuit. I've never made a Megan Nielsen pattern before, so I'm excited to try it and see what it's like. It has all the sizing information. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really read the letters. Just FYI, I did get this for free. I'm showing you like everything that you get in the kit, so if you order it, this is what you're gonna get, and it's just like a nice, easy way to make a project without having to think about all of those logistical things. So you get the pattern. We also get a set of ballpoint machine needles in size 90. Next, we have some clear elastic. This is also from Hemline. This is 9mm, and there's 3 meters in here. Next, we have some thread, and this is from Gutermann. It's the color 000, so it's just black thread. Next, we also have from Hemline some snap fasteners. These are rust-proof brass, and I think that's everything before I show you the fabric. So, what's it called? Let me check my notes. Here we have the fabric. Let me show you. It's so pretty. Oh! Okay, so this is the Minerva exclusive Tempting Treasure Crushed Velvet. My brain is just not braining today. So pretty. I've not worked with crushed velvet before, so it's gonna be fun. I really like this print. I saw it when I was at the Minerva birthday party, and I just thought it looked like the fanciest thing ever. I haven't decided what view I want to make, but there's enough fabric here to make all of the options. So there's 2 meters in here in the kit, so that's really good. Oh, there's a flamingo in here. I did decide to cut the fabric with right sides together, mostly because the velvet kind of sticks to itself, but the wrong side of the fabric is totally fine. The second reason was to just help me with print placement, really. I laid the fabric on the floor to avoid kind of accidentally stretching it and to help me cut on grain. I did decide to go with view C, and I made a straight size 8 here. I thought the little turtleneck would be adorable and super comfy for colder weather. Fabric was easy to cut. I didn't need to get out the cutting mat and rotary cutter, but it does leave a few fuzzies behind. This didn't surprise me because fabrics with pile will usually leave some of that fuzzy stuff behind, and I literally wrote in my notes, left fuzzies but expected amount. So there you go. The pattern was only 4 pieces, so it was really easy to cut and place. This is a very simple garment, so it came together really easily. I stitched the front and back together at the shoulders using a zigzag stitch, and the ballpoint needles provided in the kit. I also serged the seam allowances to keep stuff neat on the inside. Next, I stitched the neck piece together along the short edge, then I folded it with wrong sides together, and I pinned it to the neckline of the bodice and stitched that in place. I was also really impressed by the instructions in this from someone who learned to sew by herself using Berta magazines. These were so great. Tons of information, step-by-step illustrations, extra tips, and they were really easy to follow. I'm carefully pressing my seams as I go using a scrap bit of velvet so I don't ruin the velvet of the top. Next, I top stitched the turtleneck with a twin needle to help the seam allowance stay in place and give it that like professional look, you know? This was actually the first time I used a twin needle, so I had to check out my machine's manual, but essentially you use a zigzag stitch with the width set to 0. Turns out using a double needle is very easy and it looks really lovely on knits. Then, as per the instructions, I attached the sleeves to the bodice with right sides together while the side seams are free. And then it was time to close the underarm and side seams in one go. This is just another method to attach sleeves, and it's not better or worse than the other one, it's just different. They each have pros and cons, so I guess it will depend on what you prefer and sometimes the garment or the fabric you're using. I tend to use this method here for knits and then setting the sleeves in after the side seam with woven fabrics, but like I always say, there are no rules, do what's best for you. Anyway, with that, all I had left to do was finish the raw edges of the hem and sleeve hem, and then I turned them to the wrong side and top stitched them down using my twin needle. I forgot to film the outro, so my final thoughts are, I enjoyed making this pattern and I really like the top. It's warm and comfy, but super unique. The seam allowances on the pattern are very small, like 0.6 millimeters, which I wasn't a huge fan of. The fabric was easy to sew and the whole thing came together in a couple of hours, so I would highly recommend this kit. I've left it linked in the description as always, as well as all of my socials in case you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Minerva.com. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching and happy sewing!